Episode 78. Wow. The only word that's come to my head right now is mind boggling. You know why? Because I could not have imagined it any more beautiful than this is today. For having a podcast with 78 episodes out there into the world, for people to get value from, to get energized and inspiration and motivation, and to be pumped up with positivity every single week from the amazing guests that I brought onto my platform. I am so grateful for every single one of you who are listening or watching this on YouTube. I just want to say massive thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to yours for being here, supporting me, for commenting, for messaging, for showing love, for rating the podcast. Just want to say a massive thank you from my heart to yours once again for being here on my journey, because honestly, someone like me over 6 years ago, someone that was super shy, couldn't speak to women, had 8 friends, played Call of Duty, went to work, came back home, ate, slept, and repeated the same life every day. To have what I have today, I have no other words to describe my life right now other than I am so grateful. I'm fueled by gratitude. Every day you guys inspire me. Every single day, my dreams up there are inspiring me. Everything that I do today is purely from my heart. I don't think with logic, I just do from the heart. And as you guys know, if you've been following me for any length of time, that I am an action taker. I like taking action. Actually, I love taking action. There's nothing more I can do. I don't like sitting down and relaxing. It's very hard for me to just sit down and relax. Even when I am just chilling on my phone sometimes and just relaxing, I'm actually not relaxing because I'm actually on social media, not just scrolling mindlessly through the feeds, but I'm actually going through my comments. I'm going through my messages. I'm connecting with other like minded people. So my business mind and my positive kind of influential mindset right now is just constantly in networking mode. Is constantly in who can I meet today? Who's next to have on my podcast? As you can already imagine, or as you can already hear my voice right now or watch me on YouTube, I don't have a guest with me today. Today is just me and you. We're going to get a little bit more deeper today, and I want to share some insights and thoughts and feelings and things that I've been going through myself and have learned during 2020. And so I want to go straight into it by giving you guys as much value as I can in the next 25 minutes or so that I have. So I want to start by just saying that 2020 for all of us has been a challenging year. Every single one of you listening to this or watching on YouTube, you know that 2020 has been a very different year. It's been very hard. It's been very confusing for a lot of people. It's been very lonely for some people. It's been challenging in terms of mental health. It's been challenging for a lot of people for in terms of depression and in their anxiety and just mindset wise, it's been a very hard year for a lot of people. But I want to start the podcast today and this episode 78 by just letting you guys know that without gratitude in your heart, without being thankful and grateful for what you still have, even now, right now, listening to me, nothing in your life can move forward if you don't start each day and end each day with gratitude. You know why? Because gratitude is the antidote to life. Something that I learned from Lewis Howes a long time ago on one of his podcasts. He says that gratitude is the antidote to life. And if you think about it, you can kind of connect that with the vaccination of the COVID-19 right now, because the vaccination in life right now is gratitude. Every day you should be injecting yourself with gratitude. That's what's gonna fuel you. That should be your driving force. That should be what fuels you to take action every day towards your dreams and your goals. You know why? Because without gratitude, you'll fall into those traps that everybody else is, where they have those obstacles and challenges in their life because they're allowing, I don't know, negative people to get to them. They're allowing the haters to get to them. They're allowing their negative emotions and their voice inside their head to put them down and tell them they're not good enough. But I'm telling you, and I'm reminding you right now, that every single one of you are enough. You're all good enough. You all can do amazing things in the world. I promise you guys. You can do whatever you set your mind to. The problem is, most people don't focus on how they can improve their life and their mindset. They're focusing on, oh, life sucks. Oh, I can't do this in my life. Oh, lockdown. Oh, I can't see my family and my friends. Oh, I can't do this thing that I used to do before lockdown. But there are people in the world right now who couldn't even do that ever in their lifetime, who don't even have the opportunity to do what you used to do or what you want to do right now in their life. So I just want to remind you to come back to gratitude, stay humble, ground yourself every day. And I know it's hard, I struggle with it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are struggling with it, to just humble yourself and to ground yourself every day, to just be like, hey, Sadiq, remember, there are people in the world that have it worse than you. There are people in the world who don't have water and you do. There are people in the world who don't have shelter right now and you do. There are people in the world that don't have food and you have warm food every single day. There are people that have no showers and you have a nice warm bath or warm shower every day. Remind yourself that you have enough. Remind yourself that you are enough. And the people in your life, the negativity and the negative people and the noise, as they say, around you, please ignore them, because honestly speaking, nobody in your life knows you. And I made a viral video. I remember, I'm sure a lot of you guys know my viral TikTok video that went to 1.7 million views. That was my best performed video ever since the day I started creating content over about 5 years ago now. Is when I said this one 13.7-second video where I was like, nobody knows you. Nobody knows what's happening in your mind. Nobody knows what's happening in your heart. Nobody knows what's happening in your life apart from you. So stop listening to the negativity and the noise out there and focus on just being the best you. That's what I said. And that video went to 1.7 million views on TikTok. And equally, it went to half, probably half of that or something on Instagram, on Reels, I think it was, or somewhere. But my point is, nobody knows you, guys. So remember that whatever you're doing right now, wherever you are, whatever level of mindset you're at, whatever you're thinking right now, I want you to be here with me. I want you to listen, if you're listening, very carefully, or I want you to be watching me and look into my eyes right now. And I want you to genuinely say this with me: I am enough. I am confident. I am resilient. I can do whatever I set my mind to. Because the reality is, we can do whatever we want to do in our life if we take consistent action. And as you guys know, I did a whole TED talk about this. If you don't take consistent action in your life, then nothing changes positively for you. Everything stays the same. I always talk about this comfort zone, right? I tell everybody about that really comfortable sofa or that bed that you have in your house. You're probably sitting on it right now. That bed that you always sleep on and you're on Instagram or TikTok scrolling through the feeds. That bed that you always, or that sofa that you're always sitting on, watching Netflix and chilling all weekend, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with doing so. The problem is most of you do it way too much and then you complain about why life isn't changing. Well, let me tell you the truth. Life isn't changing because you're not doing anything to change. And as my favorite quote by Jim Rohn, where he says, for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. If you're not doing anything in your life to get better, how do you expect yourself and your mindset to grow? And how do you expect other people to be connecting with you, to be attracted to you? Negative people don't attract other negative people. Negative people try their best to pull positive people down. That's the game. That's their game. They love, because they're in such a bad place in their life, they love to go and pull down positive people that have a good lifestyle right now. And guess what? If you're like me and you are so positive and you're trying your best every day to stay resilient and strong and mentally tough, then we have a lot of empathy, we have a lot of compassion, and we have a lot of love for those people out there who are hating and spreading negativity into the world, especially during a year where it's been so tough for so many people out there. So I just want to once again remind you that if you do have negative people in your life, ignore them by going in your room and pumping some positivity and watching some motivational videos on YouTube, or leaving your house and going for a nice long walk into the park, into the streets, wherever it is. Go for a nice walk. It honestly helps to clear your mind so much. You got to try it. Don't just believe what I'm saying. Go and try it and come back and message me and tell me, hey, Sadiq, you're right. That long walk, those breathing exercises, that time I just zoned out and just, watched a film by myself for some self-care and had some ice cream, that really did help. And I needed that. I made a post recently sharing how sometimes you should just go and take a tub of ice cream, sit there and watch your favorite movie, and that is part of your self-care, self-love routine. And some people message me saying, how is having ice cream part of self-care? And I was like, well, everybody loves ice cream, and if you don't love ice cream, you must be living in la la land right now, because what the hell are you doing? Everybody loves ice cream and loves sitting there watching their favorite movie. So sometimes when you're feeling low, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling a little sad, go and watch your favorite movie, grab your favorite popcorn, grab your favorite crisps, grab your favorite snacks, your favorite meal, whatever it is that you absolutely love, without having any guilty conscience. Just grab that thing and just eat it. For God's sake, life is too short. Life is too short. So grab that thing, do that thing, experience that thing, take action on those things that it is that you love, guys, because before you know it, from a click of a button, from a click of some drastic external change or internal change in your life could happen that can shift your whole perspective, can shift your whole life around. And that's what happened to me in my mindset over 6 years ago, when I decided that I want to start being more confident. I want to start sharing my love, my positivity, my kindness into the world. I just didn't know how to. I didn't know how to get started. And now I love what I do as a business coach, because I literally get to help inspire other people who were in or who are in the same place that I used to be in, where I was feeling stuck, a little confused, and not really sure what my vision and my dreams and my goals are. And now I get to help those very people to basically find their dream, to find their fuel, to find the light that they can come out of the darkness from, and to go and live their best life, to go and take action on the things that they always wanted to do but not doing because of some random person's opinion. Guys, this is one thing I really want to keep drilling into your mind, is other people's opinions in your life does not matter. I I honestly been saying it for so long, and I know I have to keep saying it to remind you guys, but seriously, nothing in your life will change if you keep worrying about other people's opinions. There you go, said it again. The only reason why I keep reminding you is because it's true. I need to keep saying it until one day something just clicks in one of your brains, in your mind, in your head, where you're just like, wow, we finally get it, Sadiq. We finally get that nothing in our life will change if we don't shift that perspective, if we don't shift our mindset, and if we don't go and find something that it is that helps us be alive, and fuels us, and builds that fire within us and makes us hungry for success, for our dreams, for our goals. And if you don't find that passion, that energy, that love, then how do you expect your life to change? Nothing will change, guys. Nothing will change if you don't change something in your life, if you don't get off your ass, or like one of my mentors taught me, be 10 times bolder. Whenever you feel stuck, ask yourself, what would I do? You, what would you do right now if you were 10 times bolder? What would the 10 times bolder version of you do right now? Go do that, and align that with the Mel Robbins 5 second rule. Five, four, three, two, one, go. Just get up wherever you are, go and do that thing. Just take action. That's what I'm all about. End of the day, it doesn't matter if I'm going to continue saying the same message for 20 years. I need to get this message across to as many people as I can. So if you're listening, you got to go and take action on something today. Don't wait for the new year. This episode is not the new year episode. This episode is the one before the new year's is coming. So I want to remind you, don't wait for January 1st to start setting your goals and writing down your dreams and your passions and your goals and your aspirations. Start today. And I know it's cliche and everybody says the same thing, but they say it for a reason. Start today. There is no tomorrow and there is no yesterday. Yesterday is gone, and we have to learn from the mistakes and the failures that we've made. And tomorrow is not promised. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You may have a holiday planned for 2021 right now, but how do you know you're going to survive? As negative as that sounds, it's not negative. It's literally perspective. It's for you to put your life in perspective and to live your life imagining that today is your last day. What would you do if today was your last day? What kind of actions would you take? What kind of mind shifts would you take? What kind of paradigm shifts are you going to shift in your brain, in your mind, to have something in your life to positively change? Because again, as I said, if you don't positively change something, if you don't take that shift, if you don't get rid of those negative people and distance yourself from those haters in your life, then how do you expect your life to change? It won't. um, so that's the first thing I want to share. let's see what the time is. So I got a few more minutes. So the next thing I want to probably share is a lot of people have been talking to me recently about like mental health and stuff like that. So I want a little bit just touch on mental health and how important our mental health is, and how important we must, and how serious, sorry, it's not important, how seriously we should be taking our mental health. I talk a lot about self-care and self-love, right? Most people don't understand. And a lot of male, especially males, a lot of male men don't really talk about it. So I want to be at least one of those men that talk about in a vulnerable and authentic way why mental health is important. Let me tell you why. Because every single one of us in the world have emotions, have feelings. If you don't talk to someone that you love about your emotions and your feelings, then how do you express yourself? I mean, some people can express themselves through art and creativity, which is absolutely amazing. Do that if you're one of those people. But for majority of us in the world, we need the human connection. We need human interaction. And of course, it's a difficult time if you're in a country like mine in London, where you're suffering from a lockdown and you can't go out now and you're self-isolating at home. It can be tough. But I want to remind you that we're so lucky that today we have Zoom, that we have Instagram lives, that we have WhatsApp video calls. We're so lucky to have these online platforms to be using to our advantage to basically connect with our loved ones, connect with friends, create new friends, create new family members online, build a community somewhere where you can always go and know that they have your back. You can always rely on those people who love, care and support you, and who you can go to for inspiration and motivation every single day. A lot of people come to my online content for that. A lot of my clients would come to me for my coaching for that. And for me, what's my way? Personally, my way is fitness. The way I keep myself healthy and mentally resilient and tough is whenever I have mental challenges and obstacles and things going wrong in my life, I like to go and get a good, crazy workout in. And for those of you guys who already know, my workouts are very crazy, anyways. But I really go hard that day when I want to let all my negative anger, frustrations, and just energy out of my soul out. I will go and just literally just kill myself in a workout. And that's just my way of releasing pain and hurt and anger. But you need to find your way, because we all have our way. Sometimes I do also open up and share like my thoughts and feelings with my closest friends, the ones that I love, my best friends. And if you don't have those people, make some new friends. It's so easy to go online, join some Facebook groups, join some LinkedIn groups, or go onto TikTok and find someone that you can follow that's super inspirational, or someone like Dr. Julie Smith, for example, who I connected with this year, who shares amazing tips around psychology and depression and anxiety and mental health challenges, and tips around how to deal with mental health. I am not a mental health uh, uh, person who deals. I'm not a coach within mental health, basically. But a lot of the things that I've learned over the last 6 years in my personal growth and self-development journey has made me realize that a lot of people that I've been connecting with all did have mental health challenges. And so for me personally, I've never been through anxiety and depression or any kind of a really low state in my life. So it's very difficult for me to understand how other people feel. But remember, I'm an empath. I can feel the pain and the suffering and the hardships that people are going through. I can genuinely feel them. Whether you believe me or not, that's up to you. But me as a coach right now and as a speaker, I know, and I like personally, I know that I can almost imagine or feel the pain that my clients or my friends or my family or those random strangers on social media are feeling. I can almost feel their pain, which is why whenever someone tells me to make a specific video around a specific thing, I'll do it. Because I know that if my video, a 15-second, 1 minute video can help change someone's life, I'm going to do that. Because for me, my only mission in this life is to help inspire others to inspire others. That's it. It's my way of giving, being of service and giving back to the world, to inspire people out there who need someone like me at the forefront, a leader who can go to the front and be the warrior and be the strength and be that light for everybody, to be like, hey, I got your back. Grab my hands. Let's go. We're going to the top together. I'm not leaving you behind. Keep up, stay with me. I'm going to keep inspiring you. I'm going to keep encouraging you. I'm going to continue saying the same thing over and over again until it gets into your dome that this is what I need to do in my life to find my purpose, to achieve my dreams, achieve my goals, and to just live a more happy, fulfilling, satisfying, grateful life. So mental health, for those of you guys who are watching and listening right now, make sure that you guys find some way to deal with your mental health, whether that could be being creative by, I don't know, drawing or art or painting or knitting or sewing or, you know um creating, starting your own business, sharing quotes, like just share positive quotes every single day, and start, start working on your self development so much that you can start making videos and stop worrying about this camera up here and just speak from the heart. I've never ever scripted any of my videos. Right now, these podcasts, none of them have ever been scripted. The only script that I have in the podcast is the beginning bit that you see copied and pasted every single week, where I have to also recreate every single week because I have to share a bio about the guest that I have online. When this week it's just going to be me, raw, real, and straight in your face. And usually on the podcast, as you guys know, and all my content is me talking with my eyebrows moving up and down, my hands moving all over the place, because it's purely coming from here. It's coming straight from my heart to yours. I don't like to script things. I want to keep life simple, and I want to keep things straight to the point. And I want you guys to understand that your life will only change if you find someone that you look up to, take their advice, implement it, and take action on it on your life, and then go and move forwards and stop worrying about the past. I know it's so easy that I can easily can just say that, and a lot of you guys are struggling with the past, but you have to understand that your past does not dictate your future. It's real. That sentence is real. Your past doesn't dictate your future. Whatever you want to do in your life, you can start from today. You can start clean, you can start fresh. You don't have to wait for tomorrow, and you don't have to worry about the past. You just have today. So forgive what's happened in the past. Don't worry so much about what's ahead of you. Just focus on right now. Focus on today. What do you want to do right now? Do that. Just go and do that. And if you need help, reach out to someone and message them, or leave a comment. Like I always say on my Instagram, leave a comment in the under my post with a question or something that you're struggling with, and someone like me will actually go there and respond to your comment. We will give you an answer to whatever it is you're struggling with. And if we don't know the answer, we will get you help, or we will transfer you to someone that can possibly help you. So remember, looking after your mental health this year and for the years to come, for every single day that's going to come into your life from today, remember that your mental health matters. Like, you matter, you are enough, and your mental health is number one, along with gratitude and staying thankful for what you have. And the last thing I want to share before I end this episode is, what if you have something in your life that you want to do right now, so you have an idea in your mind right now, you want to do this thing, or you've known that you've wanted to do this thing for such a long time, I want you guys to take action. I want you guys to just allow me to be the person to give you permission right now to just go and take action on that thing. No more waiting. There's nobody's gonna come and nobody's gonna come and spoon feed you. Here you go, Sadiq, take this, and this is the magic pill to your dreams. Promise you guys, nobody is coming to do that. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to help you. Nobody's going to come and say, hey, I want to coach you. I don't go to people and say, hey, I want to coach you. I just connect with people and have a conversation. And if the conversation leads to something positive, then they may become a client. And that's how business and life works. You go and you ask for help. You go and you give value. You go and you be of service. Sometimes helping others first also can be a way of you finding some happiness and fulfillment within. But as I always say, you've got to help yourself first before you go and help others. Selfish first, then you become selfless. Remember this: be selfish first, and then become selfless. I want you guys to remember that last thing that I want to share with you is, for anything in your life to change positively, you've got to change. You've got to start with being selfish, meaning work on yourself, improve your mindset, improve your life, go and take action on your dreams, write down your goals, take the step every single day until you're happy with what you're doing, until you've made impact, until you've made progress, until you have results. Don't be one of those hypocrites online that keep sharing about their positivity and their success when they haven't done jack all themselves. They haven't done nothing themselves, and they like to just talk and give the talk. They like to talk the talk, as they say. No, no, no. You got to be the walker. You got to talk the walk. Whatever the advice that you give, and the energy and the love and the spiritual guidance that you give other people, you've got to be living that life before you even try your best to share that with other people. So if you're talking about confidence to other people, or you're sharing something about confidence, are you confident? Like, I can talk about confidence because I've become super confident over the last 6 years, and I still can become way more confident than I am right now, right? However, I can share content around being confident because I used to be super shy. So now I know how what I did to become confident, so I can actually help you, inspire you guys to go become more confident in your life. What did I do? Become, indulge myself in personal growth every single day. Go to events when they were around, not right now, obviously. But even right now, you can still go to events just online, virtually. There's so many people still hosting online events. Go and join some of those people, join those communities, and ask for help. Give value, be nice, be kind, spread some love, and then ask for help. I promise you, there are people in the world that are just willing to help you. They're not going to ask you for money. They're not going to ask you to buy their course. They're not going to ask you to buy their book. They're not going to ask you to give them something in return. There are people out there just like me who will give you help, will support you, will guide you, would reply to your comment, your reply to your message, or whatever it is that you need. They'll do that for the sake of just doing it because it fulfills them, out of the kindness of their soul. So, guys, one more time, just want to remind you that look after your mental health. Be grateful for the things that you have in your life right now, and just keep going, because better days are coming. As I keep saying very recently in my content, better days are coming. It might be a very, very tough time that we're all living in right now, but I promise you guys, there's good times are to come. A few months from now, a few years from now, you look back at this and be like, wow, I'm so happy that 2020 did happen, because it made me so strong. It made me so resilient. It made me look into myself and introspect and reflect on my life when no other time in your life since today, or till today, I should say, has never made you want to think deeper about your life, your one life. 400 trillion to one was the opportunity of you being alive right now. Like, your one life, live it. Do that thing that you wanted to do. Start that business, start that career, start that degree that you want to do, if that's what you want to do. Go and take action on something that it is that you love. And I promise you, everything around you, everybody around you, and everything around you is positively going to change. And you're going to look back a couple of years from now and just be like, wow, I'm so glad that I made that decision. You will not have no regrets, because every idea that came into your mind, you straight away implemented into action. And even if you made a mistake and you failed, guess what? You learn from your lessons. That's the reason why I created this podcast, is to create servant leaders to come and share their life lessons on here with you, so that you guys can be inspired to go and live your own dreams, to take action on your own goals, and to find your purpose. Because that's the name of the podcast, the purposeful mindset. Meaning, I want every single one of you listening or watching right now to find your purpose in life, to grow your mindset into a wealth mindset or a growth mindset, whatever you want to call it. So work on finding your purpose and work on your mindset every single day. Pumping positivity, motivational videos, podcasts, audiobooks, self-development books, whatever it is, however you can, keep pumping positivity and good vibes, good energy into your head. And I promise you, just a couple of weeks or months or years from now, you'll look back thinking, I'm so grateful that I started that journey. And I'm so glad that I listened to Sadiq's advice on his podcast and I took action in my life. So guys, thank you so much once again for being here with me on my journey. I'm super grateful for all the love, for all of the new beautiful souls that have connected with me on the podcast or on social media. I just want to say once again a massive thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to yours. I'm super grateful for every single one of you. Stay tuned for some amazing guests to come in 2021. And thank you so much for being here by my side on my journey. I'm so thankful for each one of you. Keep going, keep working on yourself, stay resilient, don't give up, never ever lose hope, and continue to believe in yourself. Let's go.